Hello, UCAR. Peter Christensen here, coming to you from the CEO's desk. So, going to talk today about a question I've had. I've actually had this question a couple times in the past few weeks in the new mandatory class. This has come up. And it's really an ethics question, but this thought of where we're in an age of maybe tracking down lots of leads and getting fed some potential clients, there's a chance that they may already be working with a different agent. And so Article 16 comes into play, right? Which basically just says don't steal other agents' clients. And so the question comes up, okay, what do I need to do? Now, you all know you should ask the magic question, are you working with another agent, or whatever form of that question you use. And that's great. But if you look at article or standard of practice 16-9 in Article 16, it talks about, it says, paraphrasing, it says agents have, realtors have an affirmative obligation to make reasonable efforts to determine whether a prospect is subject to the same types of services. So two operative words in there. One is affirmative, have an affirmative obligation. So what does that mean? Well, it means it's your obligation as the agent looking for business. It's an affirmative obligation. And the second operative word there is reasonable, to make reasonable efforts to determine whether they're subject to an agreement, a current agreement or not. So most of the time I'd venture a guess that asking, hey, are you working with anyone? Have you been working with anyone? And they say, no, I haven't. I'm just starting to look for a property. Most of the time, that's probably going to be reasonable, considered reasonable. But the more clues you get that they may have been in this looking mode for a while and may have been working with agents or talking to agents, that's going to kick in the reasonable part of that, element of that, and the affirmative as well. Now you got to do probably a little more. So, for instance, if they say, well, I had been working with an agent, but I'm not anymore. All right, what does that mean? Do they understand how these agency agreements work? Do they sign one? Do they not? Well, we put in an offer on a home a few weeks ago, but we didn't get it. All right, that ought to, again, be a pretty big red flag to an agent. Did you use an agent to put that offer in? Well, yeah. Okay. There's a really strong chance that they have an agency agreement floating out there if they have put in an offer. So that's going to kick in and ratchet up that what's reasonable element. And so then you're going to have to probably do more, ask a few more questions. Do you have copies of these agreements? Do you know if it expired? Those kinds of questions, just to be sure that they are free and clear, not working with anyone, they don't have a current agreement with another brokerage. Because, the less thoroughly you look at that, the higher the chances are you could end up with a violation if called to task. Not to mention, you're just going to have a headache after that, right? Because you're going to have another brokerage that's upset saying you're working with our client. This happens mid-transaction. Who's the procuring cause? It brings up other issues, not to mention you just have an upset agent. And then it also probably impacts that buyer now. Are they feeling some pressure from the old brokerage? Are they feeling like they are in trouble for something? And so it just causes some tension in the transaction. And all that could have been cleared up with a few questions asked on the front end of being a little more thorough. I've heard some agents even say, I go as far as asking if they have ever put in an offer or been under contract, because then I know if they've done that, I probably need to ask and be very careful to see if they have been, if they've signed a buyer broker agreement with the previous brokerage. So hopefully that can keep you out of a little hot water, can keep us all playing nice together. Remember, this wasn't even legal advice in the first place, but shouldn't be construed as legal advice. If you need specific legal advice, talk to your attorney. If you like these videos, we've got a lot more of these on No, we are not on Facebook. Well, they are on Facebook too, but on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So you can check those out. We'll put the link in the comments. If you have a topic you'd like us to cover, please put a comment in there. Let us know. If it's a really good comment, maybe we'll throw in a free roll of toilet paper. Oh, wait, we can't find any of those right now. So none of those. Nix that. When they come back, when Costco gets restocked, maybe we'll throw that in. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.